Hey guys, in this video I'm going to model a gun cylinder and a bullet. You can join my Discord if you need some help on your projects. We are more than 1,600. You can also join my mentorship program if you want to improve your 3D modeling skills very fast. And before we start, in my latest video I modeled that infinite shape. I 3D printed it in metal on jlcpcb.com, which is the sponsor of this video. I received it in 3 days. The package is nicely protected and the quality of the 3D printed model is amazing. The product feels heavy. The surface is very smooth and there are no imperfections on it. It looks 100% like my 3D model. If you need to 3D print something, JLC PCB is one of the best companies that can provide such quality. You can open the video description and click on the first link. If you're a new user, you can get a $60 free coupon to spend on the website. I'm going to start with a plane. As you can see, the bullet is a cylinder, but there is a curvy pattern, so it will be easier to model this on a flat plane. Let's create a plane. In top view, scale it on the y-axis by, let's say, 4 grid units. With Ctrl R, add 3 loops on the y-axis and 1 loop on the x-axis. You can remove the bottom half. I'm going to add enough edge loops to make squared polygons. I'm going to add a cylinder with 8 sides. I can scale it in edit mode. You can enable the snapping button by clicking on this magnet, set it to edge and center, so that way if I select the cylinder I can snap it perfectly onto this edge. So now I'm going to connect these 2 vertices, same at the bottom. Go to top view. In wireframe mode, I can select half of the cylinder. I'm going to extrude it down. I'm going to add a boolean with the bool tool add-on. If you don't have the bool tool add-on, go to your preferences and type bool and check this box. You just have to select the cylinder, then select the plane. Ctrl- on the numpad. It's going to cut the shape. Apply the modifier. You can remove this box, and now what you have to do is to connect these 4 vertices. Don't forget to select all the vertices, M, and merge the vertices by distance. As you can see, I removed 1 vertex. I can now add a mirror modifier on the y-axis, apply it, select this border, go to face, grid fill, and if the edges are not straight, you can just deselect these edges on each side, right click, bridge, add a loop at the center, select this border, grid fill, select this border again, grid fill, and that way the shape is perfect. So now I'm going to select these polygons, extrude down. You can scale a little bit on the y-axis and same on the x-axis, like this. I'm going to add an array modifier, let's say 12 copies, apply the modifier, select all the vertices, M, merge by distance. So now I'm going to transform this into a cylinder. So now I would like this mesh to be perfectly aligned with the world. I can click on Object, Set Origin, Geometry to Origin. To turn this into a cylinder, I can add an empty. Press N to open the transform panels. Rotate it by -90 degrees. Select the mesh. Add a simple deform modifier. Set it to bend. Set the angle to 360 degrees. Select the Z-axis and choose the empty as the origin. And as you can see, we have a perfect cylinder. Apply the modifier, select all the vertices, M, merge by distance. You can remove the empty. And again, I want to center the mesh, so Object, Set Origin, Geometry to Origin. In edit mode, rotate the cylinder by 90 degrees on the x-axis. And to make that curvy pattern, I'm going to twist the faces. Enable proportional editing. Click on Connected Only. Select this border. Press RZ and increase the radius. And if you move your mouse, you can bend the shape. like this. Now you can select these edges. Ctrl B to bevel. Don't forget to set the shape to 1. And if these edges are too close, you can select everything. Select the bottom as well. SZ. And if you add a subdivision surface modifier, right-click Shade Smooth, we have a nice shape. Select this border, extrude, scale a little bit, extrude on the Z-axis, extrude again, S to scale. As you can see, the tip of the bullet is flat, so I'm just going to extrude one more time, face, grid fill, and I can align the polygons better with the world. Now, to get that smooth curve, I'm just going to select this edge loop, Ctrl B to bevel, add a lot of loops, let's say 8, set the shape to 0.5, select this edge loop, Ctrl B to bevel, add let's say 3 loops, select this one, and this one, Ctrl B again, with 0 segments, go to face mode, E, right click, Alt S, select the sharp edges, Ctrl B to bevel with 1 segment, P to set the shape to 1, select this edge loop as well, Ctrl B, select one face, Shift G to open the Select Similar menu, select Coplanar, press Ctrl- to shrink the selection, press 1 to change the selection to vertices, shrink one more time, right click, smooth vertices, you can increase the smoothing. And to make the bottom of the bullet, it's exactly the same process. So you can select this border, EZ, scale a little bit, EZ again, add let's say 10 loops, select these 2 loops, Ctrl B to bevel, select this one and this one, Ctrl B again, select these faces and these faces, E, right click, Alt S, select these faces, I to inset, S to scale inward, like this, select this edge loop, this one, and also this one, Ctrl B to bevel, with 0 segments, E, right click, Alt S, and now you have to select the sharp edges. Ctrl B to bevel. Fill the bottom gap, select this border, extrude and scale once, face, grid fill, and align the polygons with the world. If you think this part is too short, you can select these vertices, enable proportional editing, and raise everything upward. Like this. For the barrel, I'm going to use the same technique that I used for the bullet. Let's put that on the side. This is a cylinder, so I'm going to model a flat plane. Go to top view, add a plane. In edit mode, scale it on the y-axis by let's say 5 grid units. Add 3 loops on the y-axis and add enough loops to make squared polygons. I'm just going to select everything, right click, subdivide to get enough polygons to work with. I'm just going to select these polygons, extrude down on the z-axis. You can remove these polygons. Enable the Auto Merge Vertices button. Select these two edges, E, Z, and snap them onto this vertex. Select these, E, Z again. I can remove half of the shape, L, X, delete faces. I'm going to bevel this part. So let's select this, this, and this. You can deselect these edges. Control B to bevel with 0 segments. Select these edges. Control B to bevel again. P to set the shape to 1. You can remove these edges. Select this vertex. Select this one. J to connect. Add a loop there. Connect. You can raise this vertex a little bit by pressing GG. So now let's bevel the sharp edges. So click on select, select sharp edges. I'm going to deselect these ones. Control B to bevel. Open the bevel menu, set the meter outer to arc. Select these two vertices, connect. Select these two, connect. There is a triangle there. So to turn it into a quad, let's just add a loop. Select this vertex, GG. And now this is a diamond polygon. To turn this triangle into quads, let's just add a loop there. Select the knife tool by pressing K. Click at the center of the triangle. Hold Shift and click there. Do it again, Shift. And as you can see, if I press Shift, it snaps the vertices at the center of the edges. So click. Now we have 3 quads. So this is perfect. I can add 3 loops. Connect this, connect these two, connect these two, add a loop there, connect these two. You can add a loop there also. Connect these two, J to connect. Add a loop over there and connect these two vertices. So because this is a cylinder, we have to have the same space between the edges, like this. So I would like these edges to have the same length. So let's just remove that. Select all these edges, deselect these ones. You can also deselect these ones and these ones. Right click, loop tools, space. Much better. Do that again there. Space. There. Space. You can bring this one a little bit to the right. Okay. Let's select everything again. Deselect these ones. Deselect these ones. Select these two. Right click, loop tools, space. Much better. So now I can mirror this to the other side. So let's add a mirror modifier. Apply it. Okay, so now I would like to add this little detail. So how do I do that? I'm going to add an array modifier. Apply it. Select all the vertices, M, merge by distance. As you can see, if I select these polygons, these edges are not straight. So how do I straighten them? I'm just going to put my 3D cursor there. Shift S, cursor to selected. I'm going to select the whole loop. Deselect this. Select these. Set the pivot point to 3D cursor. Press SX0 and do that again on this side. Select this. Select these. SX0. Now I can select the faces. EZ. I can delete these two faces. Now let's select the polygons. SY a little bit. And SX. Like this. I can just select these two and snap them back here. Alright. Select the sharp edges. Control B to bevel. like this. And if I add my subdivision surface modifier, I have this detail. So now I can just go to top view again. You can remove half of each side. Keep only the center faces. Add an array modifier again. And there are 6 holes, so let's type 6. Apply the modifier. Select all the vertices, M, merge by distance. So now I'm going to set the origin to geometry. Shift S, selection to cursor. I'm going to add an empty. Open the transform panel by pressing N. Rotate it on the x-axis by -90 degrees. Select this mesh. Add a simple deform modifier. Set it to bend. Increase the angle to 360 degrees on the z-axis and put the empty as the origin. Apply the modifier. Remove the empty. Select everything. M, merge by distance. Select this border. E, S. Right-click, loop tools, circle. Scale it. E, S. Add, let's say, 6 loops. Select this edge loop and this one. Right-click, mark seam. Now I can just select one polygon, L. Invert the selection by pressing Ctrl I and delete. Select these faces, I. Right-click, loop tools, circle. Scale. Remove the polygons. Select the border, E, Y. E, S to scale. Face, grid fill. You can align the polygons with the world. Select this loop, select this one, Ctrl B to bevel. As you can see, the size of the bevel is not even, so I'm going to click on loop slide. It fixed the problem. I can add some loops inside, so let's add, let's say, 10 loops. Select all the faces, Alt E, spin. Click on use duplicates. Select all the vertices, M, merge by distance. Now you can remove the seams, select all the edges, right click, clear seam. I'm going to select this border, scale it a little bit. E, Y, snap it on the Y axis like this. E, S, grid fill. Align the polygons. Select this loop. Select this one. Ctrl B to bevel. Add some loops. 10. And now we have our cylinder. So I'm just going to extrude this once and leave it like so, because we can just add another cylinder to hide this, because the inside will never be visible. So I'm just going to select this loop, Ctrl B to bevel, and I'm going to leave it like this. I'm going to add a cylinder with 32 sides, it should be enough. RX 90 degrees. Select this face, snap it there. Select this face, put it there. Let's add 3 loops. Select these two, Ctrl B to bevel with 0 segments. I to inset. E, right click, Alt S. Click on individual origins, SY. Select loops, select boundary loops. You can bevel these edges. Add 1 segment, P to set the shape to 1. Select this face, ES. Remove the face. Select this border, face, grid fill. Align the polygons. Select these edges, Ctrl B to bevel again. Like this. Select this face, I to inset. Remove this face, and you can leave the gap there. Select these edges, Ctrl B to bevel, and the shape is done. If it doesn't match perfectly, we can just, in edit mode, scale this a little bit. And we have our shapes. I hope you enjoyed. If you learned something, please like the video and comment, it helps me a lot. Thank you for watching, peace.